Well, hello, fifth graders. Welcome to your English class. We're talking about class 5 English version. Today we're going to study your unit 2. So let's get to it. So every time I start a unit, first I look at the picture. They're fun to look at too. So if you're looking at this picture, you have, we're talking about this page number 6. So you see two individuals standing there, and one is a younger boy and one is an older gentleman. And the younger boy is holding a box. So we're going to find out what's in the box. So let's read these dialogues and find out what's going on. All right? Andy, the older gentleman. So Andy said, "Hello, Tamal. How are you?" Tamal said, "Hello, Andy. I'm fine, thanks. And you?" Now, notice Tamal thanked Andy. What do you think he thanked him for? He thanked Andy for asking how Andy is doing. So whenever anyone asks you, "How are you?" you would say, "I'm well," or "I'm fine," and then you thank them. Thank you. In other words, thank you for asking. So if I say, "How are you?" you would say, "I'm fine, thanks. How are you?" You'd be asking me back. So Tamal said, "Hello, Andy. I'm fine, thanks. And you?" Then Andy said, "Fine, thanks. Listen, notice here, Andy said, 'Fine, thanks.' It doesn't have to be an older or younger person. Everyone has to thank each other. Whether you're older than someone or someone's older than you, it's you're never too old, too young to thank anyone." So that's what Andy did. So Andy said, "Fine, thanks. Listen, I'm going to the book fair. Would you like to come?" Tamal said, "I'm sorry, I can't right now. I have to take this medicine to my grandmother, but I can meet you in an hour." Now, he's taking medicine to his grandmother. That means that's what's in that packet or box is about. He has medicine in that box or packet. So then Andy said, "Okay, great. I'll see you at the book fair." Tamal said, "Right, see you later. Bye." Andy said, "See you." So that's the end of that conversation. Then there are some questions. You'll be asking you'll be working with your friend. And you'll ask question and your friend will answer, or you can change roles. Your friend can ask you a question and then you can answer. Try to do it actually with a friend. There's no better person to practice this than with your friend. Don't worry about being incorrect. You will be wrong many times, but then you learn and then you won't be wrong again. But if you look for answer from someone else, if you just memorize answers, you'll never have the skill to find answers. You'll always look for answers, and that's not how life works. You'll always have to find answers to it. Everyone, your mom, dad, everyone looks for answers. No one gives them an answer. So try to find the answers by yourself and then check this with someone, especially with your teacher, because in case you're wrong, then teacher will explain what's wrong so that you don't make that mistake in the future. All right, so that's your page 6. So we're going to move on to page 7 and section D. In section D, there are more people here. Look at this. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 individuals in the scene. So we're going to see what these individuals are talking about. So first, Andy. "Hello, Tamal. How's your grandmother?" Now remember, if you remember something about someone's situation and you care about, or you want to show care, you want to ask about him. So Andy showed care about Tamal's grandmother. So that's what he did first. He said, "Hello, Tamal. How's your grandmother?" Then Tamal said, "Hi, she's fine, thanks." Again, Andy asked about his grandmother's situation. And that's why Tamal thanked him for asking for his well-being. So that's what Tamal said. So whenever someone asks how your dad doing, how your mom doing, you always thank them for asking about your dad, your mom, or anyone, or even if you're a friend. So Tamal said, "Hi, she's fine, thanks." Andy said, "Come, let me introduce my colleagues. Hi everybody, this is Tamal. And Tamal, meet Mrs. Haider, and this is Mrs. Smith. Miss Smith, sorry. So meet Mr. Saha and Mrs. Haider, and this is Miss Smith. She is a new English teacher here. Miss Smith. Hello, Tamal. Nice to meet you. Tamal. Hello, everybody. Nice to meet you too. So whenever you introduce your friend to anyone or any group of people, you take the initiative. You introduce your friend to everybody, or everyone to your friend by their name, and then your friend to everyone. That way everyone knows who's who, and then if they have any question, they can go on from there. But you want to introduce at least each other's name. You take that part. Excuse me. Okay, so we have a language focus. In previous page 6, we learned Andy said bye. Andy said see you. Tamal said bye. Now they're both similar, but I usually say bye when I don't want to, or I don't plan on. There is no plan on seeing this person in near future. But if I'm going to see that person, I would say thank you, or see you later, like if I'm going to see him later. So that's what you do. You figure out when you're going to talk, and then let's say see you tomorrow. You say see you tomorrow, see you at school. That's what you do. So we're going to move on to page 8. Page 8, language focus. How do you use Mr., Mrs., and Miss? Mr. is for men, married or single, doesn't matter. You use their full name and or last name. Mr., full name or last name. For example, my name is Mohammed Sharif, so you would say Mr. Mohammed Sharif or Mr. Sharif. It's better to use Mr. Sharif than Mr. Mohammed Sharif, but you don't use Mr. Mohammed. You don't use anyone's first name, Mr. with anyone's first name. If it's a married woman, you can use Mrs., which is MRS, Mrs., and you use her husband's last name. So let's say there's a person named John Smith and Rebecca Smith. Now Rebecca is his wife, and Rebecca's last name is John's last name, which is Smith. So you would address her Mrs. Smith instead of Mrs. Rebecca. You don't say Rebecca Smith, you would say Mrs. Smith, Mr. Smith, or Mr. John Smith, and Mrs. Smith. Now if you find someone who you don't know if they're married or not, or husband's name or whatnot, you can just address them Miss. You don't say hey, you say Miss. MS, Miss. Now your book spells M-I-Z, Ms. No, it's not Ms, it's Miss. Short, that's Mrs., and this is Miss. So that's how you address men, women, married and single. All right, so there's some sound practice in page 9, lesson 7. So we're going to practice the sounds. I'm looking at J. It says F, F, F. F is for fan. V, V, V. V is for van. The fan is on the van. Vine, vine, vine. Grape is on a vine. Now when you pronounce V, you try to, you touch your upper lip to your upper teeth to your lower lip. You never let your lips touch together. If you do, then it's going to sound like P. It's not P, it's V. So upper teeth touching your lower lip, holding the air, and you say V. All right. Then I have fine, fine, fine. I feel fine. I like grapes from the vine. Now here's some pictures. You'll have to find. You have to pronounce them. And first you put V or F. What does it sound with? So this is a vase with V. This is a fish. This is a vegetable, V. This is elephant, F. Alrighty. So that's your lesson 7. So we're going to finish up this lesson. Guess what? I was going too fast. So we're done with lesson unit 2. So next time we meet, we're going to study unit 3. We are going to talk about Shaikat and his friend. Thank you for watching, and you have a wonderful day.